Hey Aquarius, thanks for watching. Right, 3 card tarot for the sign of Aquarius. So I'm shuffling now, asking for the first of those 3 cards, and we'll see what we get. In this reading for Aquarius, I'm doing this in June of 2019, but the best time to watch these, friends, is whenever you're drawn to them. Okay, so the first card in this reading for Aquarius, the Two of Cups. Now there we have the Mad Marcher and the Mad Hatter. Two mad people. Now I don't like to use that word about people really, but in a reading it has a kind of a significance because madness, it's a word, it's an expression that we use when we don't actually understand what is coming next or what a thing is all about. You know, it just seems crazy to us, and at that point we lose touch with it because at that point we stop being able to work out what's going on, which maybe we can't help. Who knows? So this is a difficult situation. It's a mad situation really, but it is the Two of Cups. So the possibilities are actually endless. And look, we've got the green teapot pouring here. Now, if like me, you are a fan of a band called Gong that were famous in the 1970s and kind of still are in a sense, you know, but the 1970s was the heyday. You might just recognise that flying green teapot there. But there we go. It's bringing the green tea of magical whatever it is flowing into the cups there. Now, the cups are representative of our longings, our desires, our deepest kind of, our heart's desires, really, heartfelt desires, things we need to happen as well as things we want to happen. And the cups are filling up there. Are they half full? Are they half empty? Doesn't really matter because they're actually filling up. And in the shape of the trees here, I'm seeing kind of butterfly images. I can't see a butterfly when I look straight at the card, but in the reflection in my screen there, I'm seeing butterfly images, and that's making me think kind of that, you know, hidden butterflies. The way to really ascend into the higher chakras and get things moving, Aquarius, is actually going to be to look for mystical, magical things in the everyday, the ordinary, because that is where magic really takes shape. We live on this planet, we're put on this planet, and that is so magical. We feel kind of bound to it. And when I'm trying to teach people to do spiritual work, and I teach them to ground and protect, I think, well, if I ground myself, how am I ever going to kind of fly free to the spiritual realms? And that's just the wrong way to look at it. We are of this earth. This earth is a magical place, and we ground ourselves so that when we do the spiritual work, we are actually drawing all that wonderful magic down to earth in a way that people can actually use it and make the magic real in this magical place, because that's what it is. Okay, Aquarius, wow, went off on a bit of a rant there, but it's a subject close to my heart. Mad Marcher, Mad Hatter, doesn't matter which one you talk to, they're both nuts. But goodness is coming in, and it's probably coming in a nutty kind of a way when we see this. But isn't that the way when anything good, when anything really amazing happens, it comes out of the blue. It's when we least expect it. And it is indicated that it's looking good, and it's looking quite good for love, I would say. I make these general readings a lot of the time, but love will come out again and again and again. So let's ask for the next of the 3 cards in this spread for the sign of Aquarius, please. And we have the 7 of Pentacles here. Okay, now the when we get the playing cards actually showing in this deck, which is Tarot in Wonderland, by the way, by who is it? By Barbara Moore. Illustrated by Eugene Smith, who's done a fantastic job there. 7 of Pentacles, work's been going on, progress has been made, and there is actually a lot of fruit on the tree already. But there's some confusion there, the 7 there, it's an uneven number. It means that kind of you're not going to get a definite answer one way or the other from the situation you're actually in at present. But we need to trust and go forward because that fruit is there on the tree, and the raven up here is keeping a kind of a spiritual watch on it. Someone could be playing devil's advocate. Someone could be winding you up about success that you're having, Aquarius, or at least success that you're moving towards. So look out for that one. But do be aware, there are pentacles all over this tree, and pentacles are a very all-encompassing thing, a bit like the World card in the Major Arcana, because we've got earth, air, fire and water all working together under the guidance of the divine, under the auspices of the universe, which governs and controls everything in some way that we don't really ever get to understand as part of our human life. It's a mystery, guys. That's the way with mystical things. We've just got to get over it and go with that flow. Okay, so going with this flow, what is the next card, please, in this spread? which I'm doing for the sign of Aquarius. And the next card is 10 of Wands. Okay, now Guinea Pig is not looking happy in this, although this card is actually really full of positive possibilities. It's just that we've got to go back over the past and look at some commitments that we've made where we've overcommitted ourselves, or maybe where we committed ourselves quite reasonably at the time and it's grown and we've kind of had to take over the committee, and then we've had to start phoning people up all night and it's getting difficult to sleep. That kind of thing in everyday life is what I'm thinking about. But the ones, they're the suit of progress, I feel. They're about what we can do, what we can actually make out of the situation we're in, what we can do with the world that we are actually planted in, that we're trying to grow in, which is what the spiritual life is all about. That's where the ones are going, and they do show, because it's the 10 of Wands, there's a lot of fast progress is more than possible here. It's just that poor Guinea Pig is absolutely knackered. He's not looking happy, because as well as lugging these 10 wands about, he's also got a wheelbarrow, and it's really nice things in the wheelbarrow, sweet things, good things, but they're heavy, and he's just had enough. You know, how much can a guinea pig be expected to do? He's got half a forest strapped to his back and a wheelbarrow as well. This is about the risk of kind of being drawn into pouring from an empty vessel because the progress is going so fast, Aquarius. Now, these readings are different strokes for different folks, always kind of fluid energy, could apply itself differently to everybody, all depends where you are on your journey. Spiritual karma, and I don't mean kind of punishment karma, I mean the science of your relationship with God. All of that is tied up in this situation. So it may be like this already, Aquarius, it may be headed on its way to getting like this. But when this card comes up, it's one or the other. So think, where might you have overcommitted yourself? Have you made a commitment that's kind of just grown legs and taken you off in directions you didn't want to go in? Think about it, because it's really important to be you, to be yourself, okay? That is part of sorting out the craziness around the Two of Cups, which is actually really positive craziness. We just need to get our heads around it. Okay, and it's also part of making progress with. That looks like work is indicated here. I mean, Pentacles, it's Earth energy, it's Taurus, it's Virgo, it's Capricorn. The Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs really, and the 10 of Wands, fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, just about everything but you, Aquarius, because we haven't had a sword card yet. But let's see where we go as I shuffle and say, tell me more, please, about the Two of Cups in this spread for the sign of Aquarius. Okay, let's try and get the shuffling on camera a bit more. I'm working on this, guys. I might have to get a shuffle cam or something. I was thinking of just having the camera pointing down at the table, but I kind of enjoy the face-to-face contact thing going on here. You know, it seems really positive to me to connect this way. Okay, so telling us more about the Two of Cups in this spread for the sign of Aquarius, we have got this one. Ooh, and it's the Six of Swords. So finally, it's a sword card. Finally, it's really pointing to the air signs, to Gemini, to Libra, and to you as well, Aquarius. Now, the trees here have no leaves on. It's a real wintry scene. We don't know how close it is to summer, friends, not in this picture. But I know I'm just speaking about the UK climate, but maybe it's the same everywhere because it kind of goes around the world and it's cycled, doesn't it? In the UK climate, when it starts to look like that, it's the coldest time of year, but it's about to be spring. It's coming towards springtime. And this says to me that spring is coming. And just because things look barren and bare and empty at the moment, Aquarius, if they look that way, then, you know, a great awakening is coming. A new dawn is coming. Things are going to start growing again. And we've got the full moon in this card as well. Now then, I've come away from the traditional meaning of the long journey across water here, but that's really what I'm seeing, is actually things starting to come to fruition, and that really makes sense with the Two of Cups there, and that says it's somewhere around the heart, around the higher heart chakras of love. Isn't that nice? So you may need to make that journey, Aquarius. Well, we're all making a spiritual journey of one kind or another, but don't let that be a worry. Just keep on going with the flow, okay? I wasn't closely drawn to that idea with that card. It's much more about the springtime coming, the awakening coming. And I'm saying that right in the middle of UK summer, but I'm talking about a springtime of the heart. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I was shuffling and asking to be told more, please, about the Seven of Pentacles in this reading for Aquarius, and I've got the Ace of Wands. Now then, this is great. Wand card again. It goes with the Ten of Wands rather nicely as well, but I've drawn it to go with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so work is going on, steady progress is going on. With the aces, there's always a bit of alchemy going on as well. And look at that one. That to me is the power of nature, the power of finding the blessings in the situation you're already in, grounded in this earth that we live on, and the amazing spiritual flame of that candle blazing up in a blue sky of truth there, a clear blue sky of truth. Going off into purple next to the wand a bit, so healing's being brought with this one. Okay, wands, it's fire signs, it's Aries, it's Leo, it's Sagittarius. And that's coming in around the Seven of Pentacles. So tell me more, please, about the Ten of Wands. Let's get the significance on the Ten of Wands, which is the last card in this spread for the sign of Aquarius. I'm going to have a quick drink of my favourite Earl Grey tea. Just make a little pause in the flow there so I can kind of find the words to describe what's going on here, because this is such mystical stuff. But tell us more, please, about the Ten of Wands in this reading for the sign of Aquarius. And what have we? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles have both fallen out. So we've got serious Pentacles energy here. Let's just keep the Knight to one side a second. Look at the Page of Pentacles. Almost the beginning of a journey, really. He's high up the suit. He comes after the Ten of Pentacles. He is one of the wisest of the pages, actually. So there is a great deal of wisdom to be had here. We're also shown low-hanging fruit from the trees, all looking very verdant, all looking like, really like the spring coming after we had this card, yeah? Really like the spring coming, the sun starting to shine on your ideas, and things coming together. That Pentacles image of earth, air, fire and water under the control of the divine, under the control of the universe. And also the Knight of Pentacles came out here. Now this is a man who is not to be messed with, quite a severe character in a lot of ways, I think, but can be a great friend. And again, he is bringing things together under the guidance of the divine. Whatever you feel that is, friends, I would say it's the guidance of divine spirit. Our ancestors are always looking out for us one way or another, you know, and there are so many different ways they can do it. In fact, you know, it isn't one way or another. They're not limited by the laws of physics. Neither are the angels, Aquarius. So send your thoughts out there, visualize it, believe it. Good things can happen. Good things have started happening. Yeah, they've started happening, okay? Certain things to concern yourself about, no doubt, but really things are going to work out by the time we've got 7 pentacles on the tree there. Just got to watch what you're doing and reduce those commitments a bit. Okay, take the heat off yourself. Right, well, I'm going to take the heat off myself and draw this reading to a close. Thank you very much indeed for watching, Aquarius. I'll be back soon with more videos. So thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Tap that bell and subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey. I enjoyed doing that. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks again. Have a good one. Peace.